Good morning, everybody. Today I have the honor of speaking to Michal Baumwald Oron. I hope I got that correctly. Who's the co-founder. I just know you as Michal, but co-founder and CEO of Fortunet. Michal, how are you today?
I'm fine, and very glad to be with you here, Ed, as always.
Thank you. You guys are great. I know Fortunet was one of the first in the mergers and acquisition space. What is Fortunet? What are you guys up to today?
So Fortunet, we are an investment bank, specializes on sales side M&A for e-commerce only. We are a team of more than 40 people that are all experts in Amazon e-commerce, financial M&A, of course, investment bankers, legal, e-commerce law, and with that varied expertise, we are providing all the services related to selling an e-commerce business, including, of course, Amazon businesses, direct-to-consumers businesses, and other e-commerce businesses. We're doing this from the end of 2018, and that's in short.
Right, so a lot has changed since 2018, which is still before COVID, and then COVID, e-commerce went up. Is there still a market to sell today?
Yeah, so the simple answer is yes, or maybe big yes. And if to enter to some more details, then of course this year 2022 is not as strong as 2021, but it is a strong year by itself. If we compare this year to 2020, then this is a stronger year. There is a lot of available money in the market still, which is looking just to be invested in these businesses. And there are multiple buyers and different kinds of buyers. So maybe the buyer's profile is more diversified than ever. This includes aggregators, private equity, strategic investors and buyers, and others, more opportunistic and one-time buyers. So the market is still strong.
So how about like how many the multiples is it? I mean, it must have gone down from the top, right?
Yeah, you are right. So the record level of multiples that we've seen in 2021 do not exist this year. And buyers are also more selective. So they would look more diligently to make sure that they are buying the right business for them. But if the business is good, which means if this is a growing business, strongly profitable, let's say with a profit, an EBITDA or SDE of 18% and up, then not too small of a business, then these businesses are still enjoy from high demand across multiple buyers, and the multiples are still very good. In 2021, if we could get for these businesses even higher multiples, and we could get also nice multiples for less successful businesses, which is not the case today. But overall, the market is still good.
Right. So what's happening to aggregators? So you hear in the news, you hear a negative story here and a negative story there. What's happening? Are they still buying, and is that still an industry?
Yeah, so yeah, they are still buying, but when we say they, then let's discuss who are those they. So some of the aggregators don't buy anymore. Some of them may not be existing in the next few months. Some may be swallowed by others. But there are also aggregators that are buying even a lot. They have dry powder that they must use. Some of them must use this money very quickly. So altogether, the market, even here among aggregators, is more diversified. So we see different aggregators in different situations. Yeah, that's it. And by the way, these are things that are changing all the time. So we could see a buyer striking many deals this year, and all of that all of a sudden stops buying at all. And buyers that stopped buying and then started buying again. So it requires from us to make sure that we know exactly what is the situation with each and every one of them.
Right. So I've seen in the news about a lawsuit from one of the popular aggregators that the seller was saying he didn't get his payment after a certain amount of time. Do they normally get it? Like, what percentage of times do you get it, or when don't you?
Yeah. So unfortunately, the earnout payments are not always paid. I'm happy to say that we understood from the very beginning that no one can sell the business without getting paid what it is really worth on day one. And everything that comes above that, it's a bonus. So I'm happy that our clients, these are the deals that they have made. Part of our clients got the earnout payments, others didn't. The lawsuit that I believe that you are referring to is a lawsuit that was filed against Seller X by seller that claims that Seller X did not apply reasonable business efforts in relation to managing the business, growing it, and this way he was deprived of payment of the earnout. So this lawsuit corresponds more with the level of performance of buyers, which is always a risk. Of course, you cannot, you cannot anticipate how the buyer would operate the day after the sale. And I can say also that we see in some cases we were surprised to discover that very shortly after the acquisition, the buyers do not perform well. But in other cases, they do. So, the takeaway from this is that once you sell your business, you must make sure that the cash paid up front is a sufficient payment for you, and you're happy with that. And then you need to pursue the maximum earnout possible, but not on the account of a cash upfront payment.
Right, that makes sense. You never know what's going to happen. Yeah, told me something offline about sellers in Brooklyn and Lakewood not getting messed up with their contract. You wanna give me some details on that? What does that mean?
Yeah, so without getting into too many details, I am aware, we know of some deals that were made by people from the Brooklyn community without making sure that they will get paid, again, the cash up front as needed, and they kind of relied upon future payments with at a high level. And then we hear that there were cases where they were not getting paid at all for different reasons, either because the buyer kind of is on the verge of bankruptcy, or because the buyer didn't perform well and then the earnout was not due. So these are things that the way a deal is structured is crucial. It's not only about entering into a deal, signing the closing document and getting some payment on account of your business, but actually, make sure that the deal is well structured. Yeah, I think that since the Brooklyn community is so successful, there are so many successful sellers in Brooklyn. It was the kind of a target of many buyers, and not only buyers, of course, and also others, but many buyers that did their utmost to get directly, connected with people in the community. And they think that maybe, I'm not sure, but maybe some of them didn't, weren't advised at all. And maybe this is the result of that. Of course, there are also other guys and members in this community. Part of them we represented that did very well. also on their exit.
Right. Okay. Thank you very much. No, one last thing, because one of the things what I predicted when this started is that a lot of the accounts are going to go back to the original owner, let's say at a discount price. So let's say someone buys a company and they'll sell it back for like a smaller percentage. Have you seen that?
So again, you're referring to a buyer that buys a company and then sell it back for a lower price to the same seller?
Yeah, because let's say if I have an Amazon business and somebody buys it, then because I predicted that some of the companies are not going to be able to run properly by the aggregators. And it happens in other businesses where people buy back businesses. The original owner buys it back for a smaller percentage. Let's say you get $100 million and for 25 million, he buys it back.
Yeah, it makes sense that it can happen because the only reason that I'm not aware, I mean, I'm not aware of any specific case exactly like that, but I do know of cases where buyers sold the businesses they acquired after they acquired them. And in some cases, they sold those businesses for lower prices because the businesses did not perform as well. So it only makes sense for the original seller to repurchase his own business, because who knows this business better than than the one that's incorporated it from the first place.
Yeah, that's what I would think. So, okay, thank you so much, and I hope we see you January 11th in Brooklyn. We're looking forward to the event.
Yeah, I hope so too. I'm looking forward to it, of course. Thank you, Ed.
Okay, thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye.
Bye bye.